Hey guys, hey queens, welcome to this video. This is for my queens. Now apply it to your gender, apply it to your situation, but I'm always going to speak it through mine, okay? You're here if you are intentional about your life. I don't just put out videos for no reason. I love to do things when I feel led to do them, and I was feeling so led to do this video. This video is going to be for any queen that's trying to attract the man of her dreams. If you're trying to attract the love of your life, you're trying to attract self-love, you're really trying to get into that space, but you're like, okay, I need an energy reading. Where am I at? Like, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. On my channel, I love to do the work. I love to give people exercises and worksheets, because when we're actually doing something about it, we're doing something about it. So today we have the Magician. Now the Magician here is representing a new journey. Have you ever heard people say, oh, you want to be on your highest timeline, or, you know, having the best story of your life, like you're the main character? This is the energy that creates that. This is the Magician. You notice how he has no tools. Now each tarot deck depicts it differently, but on this one, the Magician is just his hands. And look at that power coming through. It's the first thing that I'm seeing, that if you chose this and you're watching this and you're wanting to attract that, you see how there's one person on this card? There's one person, because the most important person when you're wanting to attract love in your life is you, because this right here is that saying that you are the magnet. So it's not the card that I pulled intuitively, obviously it's the Magician. So this is the ability to create. So the healthier the one is, the healthier the one, meaning you, the healthier you are. And it's not just about health. The Magician is symbolizing that if you're wanting to attract love in your life, it's about vision. See, the reason why he doesn't have any tools is because he's got a vision. Where you're like, I don't know what I want, or I'm a bad picker, or I don't, you know, let me pull another card. Yeah. The bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. And it's funny because the 9 is the most independent you can be before 10, you know? So it's very interesting. 1 is independent, and 9 in numerology are very independent numbers. So this is the energy that you're being encouraged to embody, which is the Magician, which is seeing yourself as magical. Notice I didn't say healthy. Healthy is included in that. But it's almost like there is a small sense of delusion that people who are successful have, successful at anything. You could find a multi-billionaire and it's like, it sounds really nice when the person who's delusional has a lot of money. You know, it's like, oh, well, they did that because, you know, we'll find reasons to fill in the gap. Or she attracted that person because, you know, she's always attracted people. And it's like, that is dismissing yourself. And if you dismiss yourself, you push love away. So I want to reframe this narrative that overgiving as a woman is somehow, or as a feminine, that it is actually love. When you push yourself away, you see she's not sleeping well at night, she's got anxiety. These birds are talking about, they're like in the same space. It looks like an open field, but there's a bed here. If you look closely, there's a pillow and a bed, but it's outside. It's almost like, don't lay in that bed. That's for somebody. Don't lay in that bed, because once you lay in that bed, it's over. But the bed is a double entendre for saying where you're comfortable. Why would there be a bed in a field? So you're being encouraged right now. The first thing that you want to do if you want to get to that love, because I pulled a card for what the love looks like, and it's you first, because you are a magnet. And what we're doing is we're manifesting from who we are. So what you want, it doesn't matter what you want. You could want a unicorn, like whatever you want, you can have in this universe. But so that includes love. So when we take it off of a pedestal, it's next to you. Wouldn't you? So you think about it literally. Sometimes the spiritual concepts are so simple. I'm going to use Ganesha, for example. This is one of my spirit guides, Ganesha, right? If I lift him up and I say, oh wow, I'd really love to have one of those, it's not within my range. So put things next to you. Take them off the pedestal. So how do you do that? By how you talk about it with the 9 of Swords. It's talking about what you're saying. Some of you guys don't realize that you're manifesting the lack of love by what you say. And you think that you're not manifesting, but your words are matching your reality. That's manifesting. So if you don't want to manifest the bull, just Either if you can't, because sometimes it's too hard to jump from one thing to another. So just stop talking about it. If people are bashing, relationships, don't have to agree. You don't have to be rude about it either. Just be like, girl, you crazy, and keep it pushing. But one thing that I did is like, I stopped co-signing negativity, because what it's doing energetically is making you feel like you're incapable. Because when you could even be meeting people who are incompatible with you non-stop, and it's just like, okay, I'm here, I'm comfortable, like they're cool, they make enough money, I ain't finna die alone. It's like that type of energy. But what I'm saying is, in the same place that you're crying, in the same place that you feel lonely, in that same exact space, it could be the home, it could be the internal space, there is power here. There's untapped power. If you're watching this, you have a lot of untapped power in your love life. And the love life is because it comes through you, not another person. And so I really, really wanted to stick on that, because so how do you access that power, right? What is 9 minus 1? With the 9 of swords and the 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. You see how this water is going in this like figure 8? It's representing karma. When you're dealing with love, we're dealing with connections, and we're always attracting different things based upon how we're feeling. If you walk out the house and you're like feeling annoyed and lonely and sad, and then the next person who you talk to has an attitude, and then the next thing you know, like you got paid short on your check and your hours got cut at work, like that is because you are beaming that out. It's not happening to you. And that is the first step. I wouldn't trust anybody who told you about your love life intuitively without helping you look at your signal, because you are the signal. So I could tell you in a reading that, hey girl, you're going to manifest the love of your life in a year. You want to be the best version of yourself, because what happens is your readings can get delayed. So when you go to a reader, no matter who it is, your readings could get delayed because you're delaying it, because you're just waiting for it to come. And they're saying, when we do readings, we can see. So what I'm saying here is, if you're here right now, you're at the point where you're needing to step into your power and decide to let this go. This is how you let it go. So the 8 is how you let it go. It's the karmic, it's the realization that if I don't change something, it's never going to happen. It creates this fear. And I did this too. It creates this fear, and it lights this fire up, and it puts you, and then you use that feeling of discomfort in the Magician. And the Magician is a mental decision. Oh, and on his hat, there's a number 8, guys. It's the karmic symbol, but it's 8, you see? It's that making that decision. Yeah, and so once you do that, you make your wish. You think, you get yourself in a good state here, because it's coming. See how the energy switched? But it's still you alone. It's like, this is the process of becoming the magnet to love. Step 1. You have a lot of negativity in your life. There's a lot of text message, negative energy exchanges with an ex, with someone where you're feeling alone, you're feeling emotionally and mentally dissatisfied. First thing you want to do, write down 8 behaviors or habits or people that you need to let go of. Write that down on a piece of paper. Crinkle it up, burn it. I don't care what you do it, get rid of it. And make a promise to yourself to stop saying yes to anything that doesn't feel good. Because it seems very self-explanatory, but a lot of feminines and queens, what we do, which everything I'm saying I've done before I met my husband, we do it to ourselves. Even if these birds are there, you have more power than those birds. So if you can't say no to a person that makes you feel like this, get help. Get help. If those problems were physical birds attacking you, we would attack it. So the first thing I did was I went to therapy. I decided, okay, I'm going to go to therapy. But then, hey, maybe an intrusive thought, because these represent thoughts, come up and say, you can't afford therapy, girl. And so it's back to the drawing board. And that's how that karmic loop gets like this. And it's like, if you feel like your life is on a loop, it's just your habits are on a loop. You know, people say it's a karmic journey. Karmic journey ain't nothing but some habits that you keep doing. So stop doing those things and just see out of curiosity. You know, it's like if you always text that person back, don't text them back. See what happens. Because You'll always have proof that you're moving in the right direction, Queen. Every time. Every time. It may not be the full manifestation, but the universe always sends you signals that you're on that vibration. That's why when people say, well, this always happens to me, it will continue to happen for you because you're praying for it in disguise. So I really wanted to make this as like a video that can snap out any negativity from you attracting the love of your life, because it's not that complex as people make it seem. It's a healing process. That's why people say, I'm not ready. Has a guy ever told you, or a person ever told you, like, I'm not ready for a relationship, but they still keep fucking with you, and you're like, make it make sense, Jesus, make it make sense. That's because that person is detached from putting in the effort that it really requires to be in a relationship. That's that person acknowledging a masculine. See, masculine energy is always loves to solve problems, loves to be capable. And it looks different. Capability looks different on everybody, but it likes to be capable through action. It's not always through words. So if someone is giving the action of sleeping with you, giving you the action of wanting to be with you, but then when it comes down to making it official, when it comes down to taking pictures, when it comes down to physical things, taking care of kids, all of these like really heavy things that feel like responsibility, that's what masculines love. Because a masculine that's in alignment with himself is naturally responsible, likes to take care of that. So even if they're afraid, they'll still do it. Even if they're upset, they'll still do it. So if you're dealing with a masculine that the actions don't match, that person has already calculated your worth and said, that shit's too heavy. So I want you to see it as like that, not that you want too much, that it's impossible, but it's like, why would you ask a guy who weighs 100 pounds to bench press 300 pounds to pick you up? Literally and, metaphorically speaking, just for an example's sake, they don't even work out. So it's almost like you're gonna shift your psychology from dating anyone who doesn't even value the gym. See, sometimes we'll internalize it and say, I'm too heavy, I'm too big, I'm too much, I just gotta make myself small because, this guy over here, it's fine, like, I've been single. And then you get right back in the karmic loop. That's how people get in the loops. And so I wanted to make this video so that if you're in the loop and you want to get out of dating the same type of people, you can get out of the loop. The only thing is, there's a price that you have to pay. With this wish, with this is Aquarius energy. Sorry, I'm checking on my baby, y'all. Got the baby monitor. Okay, working mom. But anyways, with the Aquarius energy right here, this is talking about wish fulfillment. But for wish, people don't tell you that, like, sometimes people don't tell you that in order to get blessings, there's always a payment. And I know it sounds really crass and it's like, no, the universe can bless me and I can be abundant. Yes, it will. But those people who are saying that have made investments in themselves. Some people call it sacrifice. I just want to give you the language. Some people call it sacrifice. Some people call it payment. Some people call it investment. It's very important to know the frequency of different words on the same vibration, so that way you can see your sisters and your other queens that maybe believe in a different thing than you, but you still get where y'all coming from. Even like to have my daughter, who's a baby, who was a blessing. I had to be pregnant for 9 months just to meet her, just to even get to qualify to meet her. And then when I got there, I was in labor, y'all, for 5 days. Okay, that will be a whole nother video. If you're interested at all in that, I'll do another video about how I manifested my baby and delivery and all of the different things that I went through. But what I'm saying is, it's like energy exchange, masculine and feminine. The colors I'm wearing, the yin yang, is something that you should definitely put in your toolbox, in the back of your mind, just to like remind yourself occasionally when you're going through something challenging. And so when we have the masculine energy in us, also likes challenges, also wants to feel successful, also wants to progress. So when we have problems and there's things that we need to solve, that's how we give our masculine energy something to do, something to fight for. So what you're giving in exchange for this love, giving up the fuck boy. Oh, your husband's gonna cost you that F-boy, girl. Queen. Knight of Cups. Look at that with the flowers. That is like, it's almost like, you see there's, It's like there's a love note here. There's a sound bowl that represents music and like romantic dates. See, let me break it down. If you're like, okay, why haven't I attracted the love of my life? I don't understand. And then you're like, you know what? I'm just single. I'm just going to chill. I don't even give a fuck. The Knight of Cups will trip you up and will block. This is what's blocking the blessing. See, now in a love reading, you'd probably see the Knight of Cups and be like, doesn't that mean the love that I want? No. See, it's like we said in the beginning, it's never about anyone else. It's always about you. This is the karmic loop. I see my sisters, I see my queens, I see my feminine energies get caught in, because I was caught in that too. But the Knight of Cups is not what you're looking for. If you could have one unlimited wish, would be to be the best version of yourself. That should always be your wish, your hope, and your prayer, because the best version of yourself is the one that gets to make the best wishes. She's the one that gets to be able to create whatever she wants, because we always create and attract who we are, not what we want. So if you attract just what you want, you get the fuck boy, you get the F boy, excuse my language, you get the F boy. The Knight of Cups in this position is letting me know that feeling serenaded, having good perfume, and like it's very, very animalistic. It's very, very hot. It's attractive. It's like instinctual. It's all of those desires. That's what you gonna give up to get what you really, really want. And I'm gonna pull a card. That's the investment. That's what you have to give up. You know why? When you give up someone to the universe, it's almost like your payment to the universe. Like, okay, it's almost like you want something from the universe, but you're like, I'm gonna keep it behind my back. No, you don't get to keep boo-boo on the side around their back. That's not how it works. This is your entry. It's like Willy Wonka with the golden ticket. This is your golden ticket. And I just felt led to stress that because, yeah. And then you got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is like, and the Magician at the bottom of the deck. The Magician is always about you, baby. Healing, inner child healing. Whew. Because inner child healing is healed through saying no to domineering experiences, feminine, queen. That's how you heal your inner child. See how it came out at the bottom? It's unlocked. It unlocks, but you don't get it. And you don't get the full power. See, now you got the Magician with the tools. Because you're like, where are my tools at? I don't have the money. I can't afford therapy. I can't do that. No, just, you saw the process. Watch this back again if you need to. But now you got the tools. She got the karmic symbol above her head. So now she attracts exactly who she is. Look how prosperous this is. Look how beautiful she is. She is power. She is you. And your inner child is coming with you. The page represents a child. For some of you, that's how you get your child. That's how you, if you're wanting to have children and manifest that and have a family, some of you guys, that's why when you see people manifest and you're like, wow, I can't believe she has a husband now, or she has this and she has a kid. She never wanted kids. That's because she healed her inner child. See, you manifest different when your inner child is happy. And anybody who's a parent knows that when your kid is not happy, ain't nobody in that house happy. Everybody's sitting, staring around, get on their phone, walking out the door when the baby cries. Oh, you know, because the thing is, no one wants to see an upset baby. If you have an upset little baby inside, an upset little child inside that's buried beyond trauma and feeling good and topical experiences like trips and flights and all of that stuff, just know that that's okay. But it's not, you're not going to be able to see the true manifestations that your whole healed self would want. You will have a completely different life. And at least knowing that you're not willing to give it up, maybe a path unlocks there. But it's always starting with truth. Either you're going to stay where you are and own it and be like, you know what, I don't really want that. I don't really want to be married, and accept that you're manifesting the lack of that. Or if you do want that, what you're going to do is you're going to give up something. It's almost like Lent, or like when people give up something, like a fast, like you're going to give up something to get something. That's just a natural law that people should normalize, because when it comes to manifesting, trying to get the thing first is bypassing you, which is what adults did when we were little. That's why we have the scars in the first place. And it's this whole cycle. Honor yourself first. You know what I mean? It's like, honor yourself first. Reaching out for these external things, they're gonna come anyway. I always said, I'm not gonna get married. I'm not gonna have kids. I'm sitting here married with kids, okay, and happy as hell because this is my truth. So you use truth to get your truth. And the truth is that you are abundant. The truth is that you're blessed. And the truth is that you can be, do, and have anything that you want to. Anything. And never let anyone tell you that it's a certain year, it's a certain time. It's now. If you decide right now that you're wifey, if you decide right now that you're worthy, if you decide right now if you don't know, you're going to get help with that, hire a therapist, get a reader, make being able to afford therapy your ultimate goal until you can unlock the next level, then do it, queen. Okay, so this was really fun. I love this reading. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Put a purple heart in the comments if this resonated with you. If you'd like to book a reading and really like break through on any limiting beliefs about what you believe that you can have by who you embody today, hit your girl up. If not, I'll see you in the next video.